Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Saturday night. Welcome back to Romhack Races. It's good to be here. It's good to see you. This is week 212. Can you believe it? We've had that many. Live tonight from Planet Shore Shot featuring Sonic the Hedgehog. It's Livin on the Edge. The level is Livin on the Edge by Chondontore. You know them as the maker of Love Yourself and also Full Bloom. They're back tonight with their fourth Romhack race level, and it's going to be a good one. Get ready. Get comfy. It's going to be some fun. Length of longest section tonight, rated by our testers, 4 out of 10. Hardest trick to figure out, 5 out of 10. Hardest trick to execute, 4 out of 10. And those testers, kind, talented, volunteer testers that we have, all the low end tonight, Electronic Logic, Kerr, Fen, and Mithrillionaire helping us test this level. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you're ready for it. If you have not seen this before, this is Romhack Races. Every Saturday we have a freshly made Super Mario World Kaizo level that no one's ever seen before. Sometimes it's not even Mario World. And all the racers have never seen it. Heck, I haven't seen it yet. And they're just going to have to use all their wits and skill improvising and sight reading their way through the level. It's a lot of fun. I'm GlitchCat, and I'll be bringing you the play-by-play as we go through this. If you have any questions or you want to just learn more about Kaizo Mario or what's going on here, please feel free to ask. You can also check out romhackraces.com. I almost forgot. Our official website. And you can see this patch. You can download this patch, play the level for yourself, or check out any of the other levels that we've raced. My commentary may be a little bit behind tonight, but don't you worry. I'm going to bring you all the play-by-play, and we'll get things sorted out. We are ready to go here with B2DE, Nathan MG, Revelug in the lower left, and Halcyon in the lower right. We've got other racers as well, and we've got scouts who will let us know if anybody's taking the lead. You're about to do so many pixel-perfect jumps, you'll probably impress yourself. Don't forget to have fun. Sounds pretty cool. This is Livin on the Edge from Chon. It's week 212. Thanks for hanging out. Let's go. Oh, yikes. All right, what do we got here? Now, Chon, we've seen some great stuff from Chon. This is their fourth Romhack race levels, so you can expect some real smoothness here. And looks like right off the bat, look out for B2 in the upper left. We've got these, we got these falling platforms, and we got a little trick going on here with the gray falling platform. Keep your eye on Halcyon in the lower right, making some big progress. And we got these falling platforms, like I said, the gray ones. Now, when they're positioned right over a wall, you see they're kind of flush. The edge of the platform is flush with the side of the wall. That is, a pixel-perfect jump. And you can do that on the gray ones, and you can do that on the white platforms as well as those little underpants platforms that stick out. Here goes Revelug. Ouch, look out. Watch the lower left for some good reads. But so what's going on there is that the pixel of the edge of the gray platform is just sticking out. It looks like it's flush with the wall, but there is exactly one pixel you can stand on. And so if Mario is also flush with the wall, he will automatically clip his foot on that little corner pixel, and that's what's allowing the players to land there and jump. So keep your eye on platforms which are flush against the wall, and I think we're going to see a lot of really cool ideas for using that already. There's a whole bunch here, starting right from the beginning, these gray platform jumps into that white platform that's moving, so you have to catch that white platform before it gets onto the muncher, because the muncher will just kill you. It's below you. Keep your eyes on Nathan. Nathan MG in the upper right here. Big progress right now. And this is, of course, we mentioned this before, consistency at the obstacles that the racers have already learned will help them out, and that will help them get more tries at whatever obstacle they're trying to learn. Now, they could just sort of one-shot whatever new obstacle it is, and that would give them a huge advantage. No lead is safe, but leads are definitely maintained with consistency. And it looks like right now Nathan MG's really showing us that consistency right now in the upper right-hand corner, pulling that grab block up. And you'll notice the rocks as well. Those are spin jump only. Can only spin jump on the rock. And just needing to kind of make their way through. But hold the phone here. Louis Duce, oh yeah, one checkpoint ahead. No 18-hour clear for this level. And Louis Duce actually working on the second section right now. So some more cool tricks with the platforms that stick out, and we're doing some even some other things now, kind of clipping through the bottom of the platform. That is something that works in vanilla SMW with a lot of different solid surfaces. Dolphins, platforms, things like that are moving up. You can actually just get yourself pushed down through the platform by the ceiling. And Louis is going to need to use that in the second section here. These are excellent. Yeah, Gamma V. Is it Gamma V or Gamma 5? Really, really nice tile sets here with these really cool clouds. This nice kind of gray castle background. Really just cool. Looks like a cool air palace. I get some Tears of the Kingdom vibe, you know, being up in the sky. V the letter. All right, get Gamma V. Big shout out to them. They're the Romhacks and SMW, you know, especially really owes a lot to the people who create assets that we use. The graphics, the ASM, all the little the ports, the music porting, all the little nice things that go behind the scenes. We owe a huge debt of gratitude to people that do that kind of work. Look out though, Germdove doing the work and Nathan at the same time. We got a potentially 4-way lockup here on the second section. But, it's Halcyon 2-5 right now. Germdove, Halcyon, Mr. Hank Scorpio, and Louis Duce. Now, watch out for Louis. Oh, Louis Duce thinking about it and trying to get that orb grab. Could they pull it off? Yeah. Oh, wow. Sub 5. That is incredible. Yeah, very smart, clear. Louis reading those sections really, really well. That's the power of the sight read here. If you see it, do it. You know, you can, if you see the way through the obstacle, you ought to be able to, you know, get through it. And that's that sight read power. Don't give up, though. We got Halcyon, Germdove, Mr. Hank Scorpio, and Nathan MG battling it out for second place. Sub 5, sub 10, sub hour on this is a good clear. So don't let yourself get tricked and think you're watching bad players here. Germdove, ouch. I really like that obstacle. They have to stand right in between those two munchers in the ceiling. Halcyon getting through there. They're spinning on the rock, but they need to change what type of jump they're doing. So they stand on the platform right between the two munchers. When it hits the ceiling, they get pushed down. Now they're not spin jumping anymore. There would be no other way to change your jump in that situation. So some cool design from Chon, kind of forcing the trick that they're trying to get you to do, which is to stand in that one spot. If you have any questions or anything about mechanics, stuff that goes on in SMW, please ask. That is totally cool. Even if you're fresh off the street and you don't know nothing about nothing, that's the best place to be because you get to learn all this fun stuff. So, open invite if anybody just, you want to learn or have a question or anything. This level is honestly pretty straightforward, and I think that's really cool in the design is that, as long as you know the trick with the platforms that stick out on their edge, the rest of this reads really well and plays really well for an audience. You'll get that from Chon's level designs. If you're liking this, I highly recommend Love Yourself and that other one that I totally remember the name of, Full Bloom. It's called Full Bloom. I didn't have to check my note sheet for that. I remembered it. Can't prove otherwise. Thanks all for hanging out. I hope you are having a good time, and thanks for making Romhack races a little part of your Saturday evening. Looking for Halcyon in the upper right here, getting that mushroom out, and they are staring at the orb. Now, they've got to, figure out how to make this work. Mario is going to walk forward automatically after touching the green orb there, and they've got to make sure that when that happens, Mario isn't going to just fall in a pit. Sometimes you can still die after you've touched the orb if you walk off and into a pit. GG Louis, thank you for the raid, but looks like Halcyon and Mr. Hank Scorpio are gonna have to go around again. Still looking for a second place right now, about 8 minutes in. Germdove, Halcyon, Mr. Hank Scorpio, Nathan MG. Great. This is a really good level, I think, for maybe I say this a lot, but just like fundamentals. Sometimes levels have us figuring out very brainy setups and things. Those are fun. Those are real cool. Halcyon trying to be real cool and end it here in the upper right. Keep your eye out. Germdove, not far behind. Mr. Hank Scorpio, could we have like a 3? Oh my gosh, who's going to get this first? Oh, man. Wow! Wow! What a finish! Okay, that was really wild. I don't think I've ever seen that in a Romhack race. We've seen 2 at least like have it at the end, but Mr. Hank Scorpio of those 3 was the one that actually got, because it doesn't count unless you actually get out of the level. And there's Revelug for the 3rd with the really clutch finish. That was a great clear. You can tell it's a good level because a lot of different racers have a very similar experience with it, right? That means that across a lot of different play styles and a lot of different mechanical approaches to playing the game, that, lots of people can still be able to complete the level in reasonably the same amount of time. That's good design. We got Jank Pickle looking for a win. Nathan still trying for it. Halcyon and Germdove. Yeah, you got to rely on this consistency now to get back. I can't believe out of 3 people that were at that, at the orb, only 1 survived. Germdove and Halcyon, though, trying for a second attempt. Halcyon will get it. And Germdove probably. Very good. Such close wins tonight. I love it. Absolutely. Hey, if you're having fun and you want to try this level out for yourself, romhackraces.com. Head on over, download the patch. You can play it, you can just totally play it. Have you ever tried just playing a Mario level? It's real fun. You can do it. It's a great place on our site to find a lot of information and resources and cool levels to try. And it can be a little bit more fun sometimes than playing a whole hack. There's less commitment. Think of it like it's Halloween time. Think of it like a bite-sized, fun-sized candy bar. Maybe I don't want to eat an entire freaking extra-large Milky Way right now. It might be good, but my teeth will yell at me later. But a little one, and a Romhack race level will get you just a fun bite-sized experience, and you don't have to commit to a whole hack and then feel, rough if you don't beat the whole thing, One level, over and done. So give it a try on romhackraces.com. It's romhackraces.com. Catchy song, I know. Jank Pickle. Check the upper left here. I love this damage boost for the win. Damage boost obstacles, I think, are just classy. They're fun. They're a classic Mario thing. It's jumping on platforms, running around, using your iframes is such a classic thing to do, and I like it when, even for all our modern sensibilities and our triple frame perfect midair riser tricks, we can still have some fun with just the good old Super Mario basics. Jank Pickle? Oh yeah, clicking right into place like 2 Lego bricks that didn't melt or warp at all. Jank Pickles builds a lot of Lego stuff. I like to try to throw in references to each of the racers. Mangord in the upper left, B2 DE81 in the upper right. Endless Ascent trying to climb their way to the end. Nathan with the oddly typical looking color filter. Nathan, usually a racer who has just a weird looking color filter on their overlay, but this time they look like they dressed up sharp, like you clean up nice. Good job, Nathan. Winning the level, looking sharp doing it. I like that. This might be kind of a fast one tonight, so make sure you bop the follow button and join us every Saturday at 8. We have a race every week. You can watch it every week. Well, except for the super secret races that you have to watch. I'm just kidding. There are no super secret races, or are there? But you can tune in every Saturday, hang out, watch the race with us. You get a fresh level every week. If you're interested in making a level, you could do that too. But we are sort of booked up for the rest of the year. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. A Halloween level from Furpy McFrosting, really, really well-known, talented maker. And just a bunch of, I don't even know, man. Doc has all the info. Doc keeps us all in line. But a bunch of stacked races coming up with really great level makers. And if you still have an appetite for Kaizo Super Mario, KLDC, 72 of the hottest levels you've ever swant out right now. It's been out. Contest is closed, and we're working on write-ups and stuff right now. We got I want to say shout outs to I'm just Santos. Maybe I should say just Santos. There in the lower right. Good job, B2, with that clear. Nicely done. And Santos, I don't know if they've raced with us before, so I'd really like to say, hey, welcome. And looks like they're doing great here. 13 minutes in on the second section. That's a strong gameplay. Jazzman I bet that's a second section too. We don't even get to see the first section anymore. There's nobody's there. Jeez, Kelgan doing all the stuff for us. We really appreciate it, man. People put a lot into this, and I'm really grateful for that. Endless. Oh, jeez. I think they tried to go a little early on that timing. The thing with that orb is, if you're not aware, you don't play Super Mario World that much. Mario you're in control of the character, right? Mario can walk forward, touch the orb, and then as soon as you do that, you don't have control anymore. Mario just walks forward automatically. You don't get to jump or move or do anything at all. And if there is a pit in your way, you're just going to fall into it and die. Normally, in the game that Nintendo tried to make, that should never happen. But with hacks, we can rearrange the game and make you do all kinds of post-goal tape deaths. And in this case, you want to wait and time the platforms so that they line up properly, so that when you fall, something's gonna catch you, and you're not actually gonna go in that pit. Here goes Mangort, trying for that again in the upper left. I think they are going to die though. Sad. If you want more Kaizo, say go follow the racers. I really like to see people in chat, when you post the emotes of the racer that you're cheering for, they combo really well with the official Romhack race emotes. If you want to support the Romhack race channel and get some, but if you're cheering for somebody, or you're here watching like your homie, your friend race the race, put their emotes up. That's awesome. I like that our channel here can be a community celebration. So never feel like that's not a cool thing to do or whatever. Please go right ahead. I like it. It's like a sport match, and everybody's got their favorite racers, colors on. I like that. It's fun. Some people have like all the colors. I think it's a good post-goal death, because you just have to be able to sort of eyeball the amount of time. Here goes Endless. Nice, Endless. You just have to be able to eyeball the amount of time it's going to take for Mario to walk slowly over onto that platform. So you're just kind of eyeballing that, figuring out where the white platform is going to be, and then just kind of making your moves. So it's not unfair. It gives you the timing there, and it just asks you to do a particular timing. Thank you so much. Oh, you got me. you got me, Glitch Cat, with one of those. Thank you. Thanks for supporting the channel, North. All your subs and bits go right back into the community, so you know that's going to a good place. And Mangort also going to a good place. Over and done. Nicely done. Look at these fresh sub 20 minute clears tonight. Love to see it. We got Proto Pizza. I bet they're gonna get a sub 20 minute clear. They just might. How are you tonight, chat? Oh, wait, we got a little bit of time here. What's up, Dot? No! Oh! We got a little bit of time to say, hey, I hope you're having a nice night. What are you playing? What's on your mind? How's it going? What's up, Dot? Santos here working it out. Jazzman and Proto Pizza. So, I haven't, for those of you that have been checking out KLDC, I'm not at liberty to talk about my scores yet, but I will say that my write-up packet is probably going to be, I have like 40 pages of notes, and it'll probably be about 100 pages of write-ups and screenshots and everything when it's done. It's for a good cause. I'm excited to do it, but I'm going to be clack typing away on my computer for a while here. What were some of your favorites? Without really talking about my scores or anything, there's a lot to say, and I think the competition this year, yeah, Louis, also a judge, can attest to that. There's some very stiff competition this year for KLDC, the Kaizo level design contest. Really stiff competition and great celebration of creativity. So, what were some of your favorites if you were watching? I can't say my scores, but I certainly had some ones that in particular I thought were really extra cool. It's gonna be hard. I think it's really gonna be difficult to arrive at a winner, and We may see it. I don't know. There may be a tie. There might even be ties. I don't know. Too many secrets. All right. You know, Alibaba Gaming, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I hope we can be a good source of information and help on your journey. If you're interested in playing Kaizo or learning more, there are cool streams and places to hang out in the community. You can join our Discord if you want to just kind of talk shop or ask questions. Romhack Races was conceived of as a way to help people kind of have a foot in the door with this kind of thing. So please feel free to make use of that. Oh, yo, you just finished beating all the beginner hacks on SMW Central? That's really cool. I think that, yeah, that's really cool, actually. There's some ones in there that are pretty wild. That's a good quest, honestly. I like that. I like that. That's good diversity, you know what I mean? I think that, honestly, you know, I appreciate that. Now that I'm thinking about that strategy, you know, I always say, you know, you should play a lot of different things. And I think it's kind of neat to beat all the beginner hacks, right? And then you have a lot of diverse experience now without necessarily having to just bust your chops against something, you know, Grand Poo World 69 or whatever, you know, something really difficult that's going to throw you for a loop. I think sometimes newer players should hang out and play some easier stuff for a little while longer. You know, it helps you with your fundamentals, moving, jumping, gaining and losing momentum. It just helps you with your fundamentals to win on occasion. You know, people like to jump right up to the tough stuff. I understand, me too. But sometimes it can be a good learning experience to just hang out in the shallow end for a while and really work on your moves. You know, the better you are at ice skating, the better you're gonna be at hockey. You know what I mean? Same thing here. And Jazzman demonstrating how good fundamentals and good timing can win a race. Nicely done. Nicely done. We got I am the ratio in the lower right. We got I'm just Santos in the lower. I'm sorry, ratio on the left. Santos on the right. What's up, Dot? Hanging out in the upper right. Proto Pizza in the upper left. If you're looking for a racer who's not on stream, the scouts will probably rotate them in. We've got scouts hanging out watching all the other racers and letting us know if anybody makes progress. You know, hey, this person's in the lead, you should rotate them in. We're trying to show everybody's clears and stuff on stream. We get like more than 20 some racers every week now. We just, you know, can't show them all on stream. It'd be too small. You wouldn't be able to see anything. It'd be like a weird little mosaic, you know. So we'll try to get scouts to rotate everybody in as they make progress through the level. And big shout outs, by the way. 22 racers tonight is a lot to watch out for. I'm sorry, I was bad at getting notes before the start of this. We have scouts who volunteer their time to hang out and watch all of this for us and let us know what's going on. I would really like to shout them out personally. I just was not able to make a list tonight. Kelgan and Fen, thank you so much for that. As well as, and I don't mean to necessarily call out lurkers, but thank you very much for the mods as well, for hanging out and helping us with everything we do around here. It's a group effort, and we're glad to have the support that we do. Proto Pizza, what's up, Dot? Ratio, Santos, me and you, and Super Mario 2. Is it kind of fun to be a scout? I feel like it'd be kind of fun, you know? You get to hang out in like the Star Trek control room and watch all the racers at once. I feel like freaking Batman looking at the screen full of cameras. Batman shouldn't do that, you know? This is an invasion of privacy there, Batman. At least the racers signed up over on romhackraces.com. If you want to race, they are open to the public. Just sign up. We wouldn't want to pull a Batman and invade your privacy. So sign up and let us know that you're racing and that you want us to restream you. It's open to anybody who cares to give it a try. and you can just sign up over on the website. Yeah, this is our stream. Tax to turnips. Hey, whoa, hold up. It's turnips, and they're winning the level in the lower right. I saw some turnip hype emotes in chat, so I'd like to see some more. They were cool looking, you know, they're fun. Please put them up. Turnips, a great racer. Good job. That's a sub 25. GG. Yeah, we are looking for some more volunteers, though. You can sign up on the website if you got some spare time on your Saturday nights and would like to help these races happen. That would be kind and cool of you. We've been trucking along very well, though, for 212 separate races in weeks now. Yo, Santos, let's go. Look at these clears coming in. I think the lower right corner is lucky tonight. I think racers in the lower right have like a plus 10 buff to their overall Kaizo modifier. I don't know, something about it. That's the lucky corner this evening. CO Kadelic about to win the level on a clutch one shot here in the lower right. But yeah, we stream. This is our stream. Romhack Races is our community channel. This is what we do every Saturday. Otherwise, we're not usually on, but we do sometimes have special events. We have in the past had Romhack only marathons, special races, and things. And we're having a little staff meeting tonight. So we may be cooking up some new ideas and some cool stuff in the future. I think at some point we'd all like to bring back Hack Attack, the first and second ever Romhack only charity marathon. But you know, that's a bit of work, so it takes a lot of planning and group organization. Hey, yo, let's all give a follow. You can do this without even leaving chat. It's pretty cool. You can click the follow button right there. Follow Turnips. This is a great way to find some more friends and racers. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to get their name out there a little bit, show off their skills, hang out with friends, and click the name. You know, give them a follow. It's a good way to support the community, just hanging out. What's up, Dot? Oh, what's up? Oh, the pit. What's up? That's not up. It's down. Interestingly enough, I have seen not a single cheese tonight. I haven't even seen a single like unintended strategy. Usually at a certain point, maybe I missed it, but usually at some point I'll notice a racer that had some sort of wacky idea for something that it really worked out or just did the part in an unintended or swaggier way. But this level design is pretty tight here, and it looks like everybody is like following the path. What's up, Dot? Now, yeah, trying for this timing again. Can they get it? Oof! The thing to note upon dying there is figure out like where the white platform should be. If you missed it, right? Like, where was the platform? Was it too high? Was it too low? And if it was too high, you were too early. Oh, hey, true. Yeah, that is worth a shout out as well. Yo, welcome back, Logic. Electronic Logic. We had Electronic Logic and all the low end test for us this week. Some new and returning friends. Thanks for that. We really appreciate it. The testers give some time throughout their weeks to play the levels ahead of time in secret, you know, so that like the maker and the testers are the only people that have seen the level when it's time to race. We've got a great system now, and I've seen, yo, ratio. Oh, so close. I thought that would be it. But I've seen, you know, the history of sight read Kaizo races develop over the years, and I am proud of our testers and our whole system. We have really evolved into a very well-oiled machine, and I have the testers to thank for that. They really put in a lot of effort, and every week are in that tester channel helping out the maker. Things run like clockwork, and I'm really grateful for that. It's back in the day. I don't know. Maybe some of you weren't even around for this. It's been a long time. 7 years is a long time, but back in the day, some of the race levels, not even for Romhack races, but other Mario races in the past, even some Romhack races maybe. Ratio, yo, not to be denied again. GG, good clear. Good clear. That's the ratio. Not just any old ratio. Perhaps a golden ratio. What's up, Dot 2? Let's go. That's what's up. Answering the question. But I don't know, man. Shout out to the testers. We really appreciate that. That is good work. Some of the old levels, you know, sometimes you would not know what you were gonna get, you know, and the rating system as well, really helps out. People just know what the difficulty is gonna be a little bit before they sign up, so you know whether or not you want to try it. Love these shoutouts. These are good shoutouts. Easy to follow new friends. We got Proto Pizza, we got Perpetual Snow, Blue Ribbon High Life, Ceocadelic. Everybody on the second section looking for that big gold GG in the sky. Maybe, well, it is in the sky. Yeah, I was going to say. It is in the sky because it's a sky level. I like the whole floating castle aesthetic. It's really nice. Makes me think of Laputa from that Ghibli film that isn't called The Journey to Laputa, which is now the only phrase that is in my brain. What's the name of that movie? It's not called Journey to Laputa. That's a made-up nonsense movie title that doesn't make sense, Glitch. God, what's it called? You know, it's got the castle and the girl with the crystal and the Muska and the Dola gang. What's the heck is the name of that? Cio, excuse me. I need to apologize. I'm so confounded. I can't think of the name of this movie that I totally missed it there. Ceocadelic with the big win. That's twitch.tv/Ceocadelic, maker of Bun Bun World, Bun Bun World 2, and the forthcoming Bun Bun World 3. Castle in the Sky. It was called Castle in the Sky. That's the movie. Laputa is the name of the floating castle from the Studio Ghibli film Castle in the Sky. That was bugging me. Yeah, thank you. It was Castle in the Sky. I love that film, and I just could not think of the name of it. I could not think of the name of that. It is one of my favorites. The character transformation that the Dola gang undergoes throughout that movie is, I think, beautiful storytelling. And just a real hallmark of a classic. You should check it out. It's thematic with this level. There's a castle, there's a sky. What more do you want? Oh, it's Castle in the Sky. In fact, it really delivers. Like, as soon as you turn on that film, you're gonna get some castle and you're gonna get some sky. And I like that, you know? I like when the movie says its title very quickly. Proto Pizza getting out of here. Yo, Proto Pizza boxed up, delivered in 32 minutes or less. That's a pretty hot take there for Proto Pizza, get it? Sir Wetbeard, Perpetual Snow, Blue Ribbon High Life, and Fernap hanging out here working on the second section all around. You think Castle in the Sky is better than Spirited Away? I think they have complementary strengths and weaknesses. That's just my take. I think Castle in the Sky does some things better than Spirited Away does, but Spirited Away does some things better than Castle in the Sky does. I think Castle in the Sky has better characterization. I think it has slightly better storytelling. I like Patsu and the Dola Gang a lot more than I like Yubaba and whomever. But then again, in Spirited Away, we do get that gorgeous art with the all those great shots of the bathhouse. So many great action scenes with beautiful scenery. I think it does that a little bit better than Castle in the Sky, even though Castle in the Sky does have those big shots of like the mining town and, you know, the where they're on the train and the train scene. Yeah, you know, I think they're sort of a yin and yang, kind of complement each other. I know everybody's zooming out here tonight. We're under 30. Well, we're under 40 minutes elapsed, and we already have a ton of clears. Maybe I finally will have to make a super hard Romhack race level just so we can have a race that'll hang out for a little bit. Yeah, in short, I think Castle in the Sky has better storytelling, but I think Spirited Away has a better visual space. I'm stuck in assigning a score and judgment mode because I've been working on my KLDC write-ups all week. I got many to go, but I'm spending the next 2 weeks working on them. I am gonna produce about 100 pages or more of KLDC write-ups and results. It's gonna be fun, but I'm gonna burn some midnight oil. Midnight oil. We have gone past an hour for the first clear, yeah. On some very difficult levels. I think normally, I think in general an average clear is probably between 10 and 40 minutes for first clear. I haven't really, I don't know. It would be interesting sometime. Maybe we could talk about this on a staff meeting. It would be interesting sometime to go through and get just a lot of sports statistics. I know we have some, but it would just be interesting to Romhack races by the numbers. Now that we have 212 data points to go from, just longest clear, shortest clear, average clear time. I would say just from watching, I mean the average clear time probably 10 to 40 minutes, but that could change. Or the shortest level with the hardest difficulty, or conversely the easiest difficulty with the longest clear time. Again, though, this is solid progress for these racers. Don't trick yourself into thinking that, 35 minutes, that's bad. This is tough stuff. Remember, this is Kaizo Mario, and that means a lot of precision no matter what you're doing. Challenging jumps, death ceilings and floors everywhere. The floor is literally lava. So, this is solid gameplay, and I want to make a point of that because while it might be a race, we're certainly here to support everybody and kind of be a celebration. I don't know. I wouldn't mind necessarily, some predictions and some stuff like that. It could be fun. But along with that too, we've always tried, and I've always tried in my commentary to see if Blue Ribbon High Life is gonna get the timing. I think they got it. Maybe. Let's see. Ooh. Yike. One yike. They'll get it next time. But yeah, I've tried to structure this all as a celebration wrapped up in a race. It just has the package of a race. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's going to be fun next week. Tune in. We got a 3-way level design team. Kerr, Benavik, and Microwave Brother have all sat down to combine their various powers and make a single level for us. I think that's the first time we've ever had a triple credits on a level. Oh, yeah, that's going to be fun. Oh, Gim, that was a good hack. That had some solid design there. So yeah, first Microwave Brother level since. Pretty cool. We'll all get to rotate slowly once more. Blue Ribbon, though, staring down this orb. Think they got it. Oh, there it is. You want that white platform to be at the very bottom. So you have to sort of account for that movement. Where do you grab the orb with the anticipation that in the time that you're walking, the white platform will get into position. Good job. We got first name Butt, Sir Wetbeard, Perpetual Snow, Fernap, and these, the final four. Does it have to be? Can't we hang out and have more fun Romhack races forever? I'd like to give personal shout-outs tonight to my co-commentator, Mallow the Cat. He's been sleeping back here on his favorite blue chair with his special Twitch partner blanket that he earned. And he's been doing a great job at co-commentary, providing lots of insight and fuzz. So, big shout-outs to Mallow tonight, really helping us all out. Nice try, though, Fernap. Yeah, they'll get it next time. Boy, the one-shots really made the difference tonight in the leaderboard ranking. Or rather just, who is going to get that final trick. I like that. I like when a race can come down to something like that. Actually, in the one race level I made, I ended it with like a thing that might switch up the ranking a little bit if a couple people got there at the same time. It's kind of cool, and it's kind of cool too how, makers like kind of design their level for the race. That's an okay thing to be thinking about. You might make different decisions for a race level than you would for a level that was just like for your hack or something. What type of obstacle you put where, and you're thinking about how that might shake up the leaderboard a little bit. That's a totally valid, cool thing to do. Makers can kind of meta game the race a little bit in their level designs. Blue Ribbon, thank you for the raid. Click on the name in chat, drop a follow. So longest first clear, looking at 1 hour 47. That's a big one. It's a big clear. I can't think of anything that. Wow, that almost didn't clear in 2 hours. We schedule 2 hours a week for these broadcasts. Wow, we almost didn't make it out of that one. And that's the thing too, right? I mean, we want, on the one hand, yeah, we want levels that are smooth enough to race, that aren't just gonna, a 10 or 11 out of 10. It's just gonna be too much. Personally, I'd like to have a special event race with a 10 out of 10 level or something sometime, where we just expect that the first clear might take 3 hours or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. But that could be a special event, and typically we don't want that long. It's cool to build levels like that, but for the race, we try to keep it reasonable. Yo, first name Butt, really close to getting out of that first section. If you check the lower left, you can actually see what the first section was. I think they're just sandbagging a little bit to show it off. They saw that nobody got to see the first section, so they want to make sure we get to check it out. Oh, and they started late. Yeah, see, no problem. Yeah, black tie Kaizo. I like that. I feel like if we're gonna do a really difficult race, it would kind of have to be a special event. I almost wouldn't want to have the normal Saturday race be like, Hey, guess what? Yeah. Oh no. First name, but oh shucks. Oh, they had it all. They were a little too slow, and the grab block timed out. Those purple grab blocks have a limited amount of time where they exist at all after you grab them, and if you're not fast enough, they just melt away. But yeah, a special event race for a specifically ultra difficult level. I would personally wouldn't want to give the Saturday race to that. I like that the Saturday race can be reasonably accessible. Sometimes they're easier, sometimes they're harder, but it's reasonably accessible for the general player base that plays them. And to have a really tough level would mean that some people would not, participate. So I wouldn't want to take up the Saturday race with that. Special event would be fun. Oh yeah, too many block jumps. That can get rough, actually. That's a sneaky way to make something exceptionally difficult. Is to throw in a lot of block grab jumps. It's tough to be really consistent. Like if your section requires, I'm thinking of there's a KLDC level I can think of that had a lot of them in there, and it was really tough to beat actually. Even though the obstacle design was pretty chill. It wasn't like super cryptic or whatever, or even very tight. It was just there are like 10 block jump grabs, and it's actually tough to be that consistent. Okay, can you do 10 in a row on command? It's easy to mess up just one. Yeah, so the property of the gray platform sticking out from the wall. Yellow extendos have that. Dolphins have that. Gray platforms have that. White platforms have that. Also, those white, I call them underpants platforms because I think they look like underpants. But, I can't describe it any better, really. Those white moving platforms that look like underpants. Those also have that same thing. I want to say that a brown platform properly positioned will also do that. But I can't think of a time when I ever actually saw that happen. I mean, I'm just saying, to call them diapers is really splitting hairs. You know what I mean? What's the difference? Alright, that joke was kind of gross. That was the PG. That was the one PG-13 joke that we're allowed to have from the censors. There are no censors. We just try to keep it chill. First name but. Let's go. GG. That's a freaking H. Not just a regular H. That's a freaking H. That's a hard-fought, well-earned checkpoint. I'm trying to think. You know what else has that property? I think those red switch blocks that are actually sprites. It might not work in quite the same way where it's flush with the wall and you clip, but those blocks do have that sort of pixel that sticks out. Geez, I don't know. Thanks for hanging out on a Saturday night. I hope you're feeling comfy and chill and just getting a chance to relax. You deserve it. I'm proud of you. I know that sounds corny, but I feel like maybe people want to hear that. I would. It was a tough week. You dealt with a lot of crap that I don't even know about. And I'm proud of you. Good job. We're still here, I know it's rough, but look at this. Perpetual Snow. If Perpetual Snow 53... can get a classy clear on that Kaizo level, then I bet we can all get through our challenges in the week, I don't know. I realize that's a oversimplification of things. I cop to that. But it's rough out there, and I feel like you might want to hear something kind. Look at that. Fernap, too. See, I'm telling you. Lucky lower right corner. That's it. There's that timing. That's a very good obstacle for the end. Because, like, you don't need to learn anything necessarily to get that to work. You just have to get the timing right. Like, for example, on some ending level trolls, something unexpected happens. And then you say, oh, geez, I didn't know that would happen. Oh, crap. You know, it's just like literally a troll. It's unexpected. And you might react quick enough to avoid it, but it's more of a reflexes test, right? To just see how quickly you can dodge the fish or whatever. But in this level, I think it's a great ending troll in air quotes. I wouldn't even call this a troll personally. It's a great ending trick because you could do it the first time. And once you die, you didn't like learn, oh, there's a fish there. Oh, the gold tape explodes or something, you know? You just have to try that again, and you're actually trying other ideas. Okay, well, this time I'm going to go earlier or later or when the platform is here or somewhere else. And I like that because it just invites the player to experiment instead of, you know, just kind of unexpectedly kills them and then says, haha, next time when you get back here, you won't forget that, will you? You know, I always use exploding gold tape as a joke for like what's the most unexpected thing. I can't recall ever seeing that ever happen. So there's a free one for you. So you know, actually make the exploding gold tape that just like, I don't know, blows up when you touch it or something. I don't know. Or like a question box that just blows up, you know? D4 made exploding message boxes though. Those are fun. And the Kaizo message boxes are also fun. It's an invisible block until you hit it, and then it's a message block, and it says a message. Because, you know, you got message blocks with messages in them. Got good football game. It's sending a message, but the recipient doesn't have a lot of time to process the message, so has communication really taken place as they're blowing up? I mean, you could throw a firecracker or two at me and then also yell something at the same time, but I'm gonna be more focused on the firecrackers. Get better with throw block aim. I have a little tip that could help out with that. For throwing anything, that's a tricky thing to do in SMW, and to dial that in is a skill. Just like you know, jumping, good articulation on your jumps or whatever. But here's maybe a little thing. I don't know if it's necessarily just like a band-aid to just fix all the problems, but here's something to think about. What you kind of want to think about is, and maybe folks are already doing this. I don't know. I don't mean to talk down to anybody, but you know, you have control of two things generally, right? You have the rise of your jump, which is controlled by what you're doing with the B button, and then you have, of course, the moment that you actually throw the block. And sometimes it can be natural to want to place the throw at the peak of your jump. Right? Because, you know, that's you go up in the top, then you throw it, and then you go back down. And that, like, makes sense to everybody's brain, and a lot of people do it like that. Another way that you could do it, if you wanted a little bit of extra aim, or maybe you have to aim at a weird thing, and it's, like, too low or something, another thing you could think about is, okay, so you got your hand on the controller, right? And you're holding down the let's assume it's Y. It could be X, but let's assume Y. You're holding down Y to hold on to the object, right? To keep a hold of it. And then you press B to jump up in the air, right? So what you do is, before you get to the peak of your jump, you roll your thumb off of Y, but never let go of B. And what that does is, it lets you throw the block as you're rising. And so you throw at a lower position and then Mario's jump actually goes higher than that. Sometimes that little articulation can help you dial in aim a little bit better. Because if you're always jumping and just letting go of jump and Y at the same moment to give that throw, then your timing is always going to be limited by the need to do that in the first place. So by rolling your thumb off of Y but not B before you hit the top of your jump, you give yourself a little bit more play, a little bit more potential angles and timings that you could throw, and hopefully you could get some more nuance out of that for future obstacles. Yeah. Thanks, Perpetual Snow, for the raid. Drop a follow. Good race tonight. Well played. Well played. That's a sub-hour. You should be proud of that. I hope you are. That is true. Yeah, it's one of those things that becomes kind of a second nature after a while. But it's tricky to learn because it's physically counterintuitive. You know, like I don't know. You think of like a basketball player and they jump and then they make their jump shot kind of when they're at the top, you know, because they have the most height. But throwing the object at the peak of your jump is the play, not always. And yeah, you see those early throws a lot in shell hacks. That's definitely one. It's a really good way. Let's say that you're holding something and you want to throw it along the ground in front of you, right? Like you're going to throw something into a 1F0 and then Mario's going to jump up above that and keep going. And you want like a lot of freedom of movement there. That's exactly the time to do that low throw. I call it an Atlas jump, which makes no sense, but it's just what I refer to it as, which is a jump wherein you let go of Y as you're rising, and you still get a little bit of rise. The reason I call it that is because there was this really old Mario Maker level that made me do that trick, and that's where I learned, oh crap, you could do that. And so it just stuck in my head as, Atlas jump. But that's the idea, right? Roll your thumb off of Y as you're rising, but if you don't let go of B, then you still get more jump. And then all you have to do is just put your thumb right back on Y, and then you have that speed again. So get practice with just nuance of throw, and try that maneuver physically out, and it might help you out a little bit. It's a good throw to Invictus has it totally. Yeah, it's a good throw to kind of slide something low below you, which is really, really helpful. You cheat yourself out of available nuance if you're only throwing at the peak of your jump. Granted, a lot of times you just can do that. Like I make it sound like you'll have to use this everywhere, and yeah, sometimes. I think it's one of those tricks that comes up on occasion, and usually it's hard to require the player to do a jump exactly like that. So it's one of those things like, just like re-grabbing all the time, even if you don't have to. It's one of those things where you're learning more nuance and more control than you typically need. You're taking yourself out to 6 decimal places of precision, metaphorically speaking, where the level is really, your average level might only require 3 or 4 decimal points of precision, but have those 6 because the best players have 8, 9, 10. How good can you get? The goal is to have more nuance and skill than you're even needing to use at any given time, right? If you're the Incredible Hulk, it is really easy to do all the regular strongman things. You know what I mean? You're super strong. You can just rip it up at the gym because you're the Hulk and you can actually lift up a bus, right? You don't have to lift up a bus every day, but it helps to be strong enough to do that. You know what I mean? It's just like that, Be a strong enough Kaizo player to lift up a bus and then go run on the treadmill. Which, I'm still training on that myself. I can't lift a bus with the force of my own Kaizo gameplay, but man, I wish I could. That would be a cool skill. Yo, if you're just joining us, we still got Sir Wetbeard here and First Name Butt. working on the second half of this level from Chondontore, maker of Full Bloom and Love Yourself. And say, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. That's just a reminder, open invite. If you want to learn more about, well, any topic that I know anything about. If you want to learn more about molecular biology, maybe go ask Carl Sagan. But if you want to learn more about Kaizo Mario or Kaizo Mario related accessories, I'll tell you that level ain't right. I don't know why anyone would want to play a Kaizo level when you can just mow a lawn. What's my favorite mechanic in any Mario game? What's your favorite mechanic in any Mario game, chat? Boy, I mean, I think P-Speed is pretty classy. I know Mario games really dialed in from Donkey Kong to Mario Brothers, Arcade to Mario 1, to Mario 3 to Mario World. That progression is a just great job of dialing in. Oh, and Mario 2 also. They had the physics right by Mario 2. I think personally Mario 2's physics are better than Mario 3. That might be a super molten lava take, but I like the physical space of Mario 2 better than Mario 3. And I stand by that. Mario 3 is a good game. It's a little heavy, a little sluggish, but I like it. I like it. But I don't know, just in general, I think that progression of games really just perfected platforming physics. By the time we got to Mario World, Mario World is sincerely one of the best platforming physics engines. You know, okay, maybe it's got bugs, maybe it's an older game or whatever, but just the simple act of moving the character, gaining speed, momentum, re-grabs, jumping, everything is just wonderful in Mario World. It is a very good platforming game. So I don't know, maybe my favorite mechanic is literally platforming. I don't know. That's kind of tough. You know, I really like the Fire Flower. The Fire Flower is just cool. It's one of the oldest Mario power-ups aside from Hammer, which he doesn't really use that much these days. And you see it in Kaizo too. There's all kinds of great things to do with it. It's a very classic skill. And even as a kid, you know, it felt really cool to snipe something with a Fire Flower. You get to feel like, oh yeah, I'm real good. Yeah, oh yeah, pow, you know. And it's nice that feeling transfers over to Kaizo. You know, before I'm a kid and I'm just shooting Koopas or whatever, and now I'm doing like double backspin cape turns and also shooting fire, but the feeling remains the same. Gotta give shoutouts too to the Hammer Suit. I give Mario 3 a bit of a hard time, but I do like the game, and I mean the Hammer Suit is great. Classic. Very, very, very classically Mario. Would Mario slow fall if you held jump in the absence of wind resistance? I'm not sure I can envision this scenario. So Mario is in a vacuum. And then you are holding jump. Some space levels have moon physics. Actually, the science is out on this one. Because some space levels with moon physics and such don't have slow fall, and some of them do. And in some, the slow fall is just very pronounced slow moonfall, but in some moon physics ASM, there is no slow fall. So the jury is out, actually. For the sake of the argument, we will assume the plumber is cubical. Now, Mario's not a point mass, he's a vector. Mario appears to us as a point, But what Mario truly is a moving line. In fact, most things are moving lines. There are either moving lines or points. Mario is, in fact, most player characters are, in fact, a moving line. Cleverly disguised as a point. Although I suppose you could stand still and become a point, truly. I like to envision slow fall as though Mario has a crappy parachute. That's what I call it. It's Mario has a real crappy parachute, or like an umbrella. Okay, don't actually do this, but were you ever a kid and tried to jump off something high with an umbrella, see if you'd float? Okay, I did. I was definitely out back jumping off the swing set with an umbrella. Like, I'm Mary Poppins, wee! You don't float. But you sort of, like, grab the air a little bit on your way down. Think of slow fall like that. Mario has a crappy umbrella. And when you hold the B button in the air, you are deploying your crappy umbrella. And it doesn't slow you down that much, but it's just enough to be noticeable. That's how I like to think of it and describe it, because it, like, I don't know, that's a good, I feel like that fits in people's mind. Yeah, it's a crappy umbrella parachute thing. Slow fall is a crappy umbrella. Don't do this at home. I know, but then I saw this YouTube video the other day where this guy, he freaking, I don't even know what it is, but he went up to like 20,000 feet. Oh no, Chon! Or I'm sorry, first name Butt. No! Chon made the level. First name Butt with the Nye though. The Nog. No GG. Nog. Nog is 2023 version of Yatanai. I made it up. But I saw this freaking YouTube video where this guy basically built a chair with a propeller on it and a bunch of, like, a parachute. He's like literally sitting in a dang chair, or it's like less than a chair. It's like a fan. It's like a freaking fan with a seat on it. And he's got a parachute and he flies up to 20,000 feet and he's just hanging out up there being like, wow, this is so cool. This is so amazing. And he's got like a little camera on it. It's a freaking incredible video. So, you know, I mean, I'm not supposed to jump off my roof with a garbage bag or a parasol or something, but this guy can just apparently build a big flying fan seat and fly up there and violate aviation law. Like, what kind of, like, I've studied aviation law to fly my drone. There's a lot going on with that. You can't just fly your chair seat up to where commercial airlines go. What the heck? That guy probably got clearance to, like, with like local air towers and stuff. The air traffic control knew he was up there that day. That's a serious amount of work. So don't jump off your house with an umbrella, but maybe build a fan glider. That'd be rad. Oh man, that would make my life. I would never stop telling that story to anyone who would listen to me to the day I died. I would comment on random threads on Twitter with that story, just letting everybody know. That would be the coolest thing. Imagine that, though, seriously. You're flying in a commercial flight and you look out your window and there's just some dude sitting in a chair with a bunch of balloons and a fan, like, waving at you. That would be ridiculous. And, passengers, if you, look to the left, you will, see, Crazy Hank over there. He's over here most weekends, flying. He'd like to welcome you to San Francisco International. Please, wave back. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I always thought indoor skydiving looked kind of cool. This level's got clouds on my brain. I got my head in the clouds with this level. That is pretty wild, Endless. I once heard the moon landing described in the following way. You have a football field and a bottle rocket, and there's a dime on the other end of the football field, and you have to hit that dime with the bottle rocket. You have one bottle rocket and one fuse. Also, if you screw up, lots of money is lost, and worse, human life. Can you hit the dime? And that kind of puts it in perspective, you know? Really, really makes you think about space and things. No, I cannot hit the dime either. I cannot do that. I can make a cool noise. I could spend the dime foolishly. I saw that. Actually, they got a probe to crash land into that asteroid, and it was super funny to me because I watched, I like saw the video about it, and there's all these people in. It was funny because there's all these people in the control room, right? It's like this huge NASA control room, and they've got monitors and cameras and specialists and PhD people like everywhere, and they're like cheering and celebrating, and they're so happy as they watch the footage of the freaking probe like get closer and closer and closer to the asteroid, and then it just crashes and explodes. And like, it's funny because that's a remarkable feat of human engineering. Also, it's absolutely hilarious that an entire room of PhD level scientists are thrilled that their happy little bottle rocket just went and crashed into the big space rock. Like, yes, we did it. We hit the space rock. We actually threw something and hit the space rock. Yes. Do you know how hard that is to do? It's just really funny to me. Like, it's simultaneously brilliant and hilariously human. We threw something at the big rock in the sky and we hit it. Yay. Like, it made a big boom. We got some data and we're very pleased. Humans are cute like that. They're cute and silly and naive, and I like them. You know, I like when humans do things like that. I gotta find something to like about humanity, man. I'm trying here. Try with me, okay? Try. Oh, we still got a race going on. We're just chilling. If you have questions about the level or want to learn more about Romhack races or something, please feel free to ask. There's only so much commentary I can do on the same obstacles, but we're here. We're working hard. These racers are doing great. Thanks for hanging out and making Romhack races a little part of your Saturday night. I like this kind of thing because you get to see the consistency develop in real time. And you get to see racers just really dial in the particular motions and strats. And here we go. Check the left-hand side. Oh, no. Oh, they hesitated. Ah, shucks. That's tough to know what to do, but those iframes, you got to move. Can you play ROM hacks on a SNES Classic? Yes, I believe you can. There are ways to, and I don't know off the top of my head, but there are ways to jailbreak the SNES Classic and add your own ROMs to it. Of those, you could easily add some kind of modified Mario. Yeah, off the top of my head, I'm not really sure what the process is. But yeah, you could totally jailbreak your SNES Classic and put ROMs on it. That is true though, Fen, with the info. Yes, some of the custom code that gets used in certain ROM hacks will not play nice with a hacked SNES Classic. So older hacks with def counters and certain hacks with music won't play, but you still get a great the selection of stuff to play. Another option, really, is I believe the SNES Classic will accept flashcart, so SD to SNES or an EverDrive may be an option as well. I think with a little bit of research, we could probably find a tutorial. We could, I don't know off the top of my head, but we could probably dig up a YouTube tutorial about how to do it. You know, that would be something too. Romhack races, that would be a cool thing, actually. I'll bring this up in the staff meeting. It might be neat to have a section of our site with tutorial, with information. Hey, do you have a SNES Classic? Here's how to jailbreak it. Here's some YouTube tutorials. What's your setup? Here's how to play Kaizo on it. And, you know, emulator setup guide, patching, you know, stuff like that. It might be helpful. Because it is fun to play on console. You know, emulator is cool. I'm not against it. Not at all. You know, Anon has shown us that ZSNES is just as great as it ever was. But it's fun to play on console. I like it. You know, it's a nice experience. Sure, you can play pinball at home, and it's fun, and it is fun. But it's cool to go and play in the arcade, you know. Or you can play on MAME. But it's really fun to get up in front of the real arcade cabinet, you know, get the lights and things. It's fun. I'm not here to argue that you must play on console because it's more accurate or whatever. Now, you can be a great player without console. That is really true. But I am here to say that I think it's more fun. Yeah, there are a number of talented players that play primarily on emulator. Really cool how this level managed to throw so many pixel-perfect jumps in. Well, if this reminds you of Love Yourself, that'd be accurate. This is Chon, who made Love Yourself. If you want, check that out on SMW Central. It's SMW Central, the home for SMW. And it's Central. Oh, yo, Sir Wetbeard, no hesitation this time. Oh, but the instant orb grab, yeah, they're gonna have to wait. I think they thought that they wanted to be even faster there, but a little moment of hesitation is what's gonna save the day. So yeah, this is down to consistency now. Right, you're right, with both players having made it like all the way to the orb. This is now just a battle of consistency. How quickly can they get back to the part that they already know? And you know, it might honestly don't count out consistency. It can be really tricky, right? You know, it's one thing to get through a difficult obstacle once. But if that obstacle is in the middle of a section, you're going to have to get through that obstacle several times in a row. Or maybe not if you can get the one-shots, which, we always hope for. But that doesn't always work out that way. So consistency is about more than just, like, being good at the obstacle and being able to do it. Consistency sometimes is figuring out things to kind of help yourself out. First, you got through the obstacle. Okay, but you didn't really learn. You just did it. And then when you get back there the next time, you die for some other reason. And you say, I know how to do this. What the heck? And then after a couple of deaths, maybe you realize, oh ho ho, I need to be standing on the left, or I need to move exactly at this time, or I need to be holding jump or not holding jump, or whatever it is. But you learn something else about the obstacle that you already know. And so to get good at consistency, my advice would be to get good at finding references and things for yourself. Use visual cues, use audio cues, and find stable, reliable things that don't impact your motion, that aren't even up to you. Something in the background is always going to be in that spot in the background, or something else moving on screen, like the platforms moving up and down. They are always going to do that at that exact speed. And so human error goes out the window. You don't have to worry about messing up a timing if you know Mario should run when the platform is exactly here, right? Then you just follow that formula. So the quicker you can notice those little things about the level, the quicker you'll be able to build consistency, and you won't die so much on the things you already learned. When we talk about consistency, that's what I'm talking about, is the ability to dial in the obstacles even better than just beating them one time, or 3 times, or 5 times, or whatever. Can you come up with a formula where you will just never die at that obstacle anymore? And the tighter you can be with that, and the more you can dial that in, the more you get to the end of the level, or whatever part you need, right? Let's say everyone is dying at the final obstacle, like this level, right? Everyone's getting, both racers are getting to that obstacle. The player that is consistent will get more tries faster. Maybe that player didn't end up winning anyway because someone didn't need that many tries at all. Maybe you got 10 tries in 5 minutes and won, but some other racer got 1 try in 4 minutes, but they won because they got it on that 1 try. So I don't know. It's consistency. I like helping folks out with their Kaizo games, so stop me if I'm just talking your ear off. Oh, yikes. I never even really thought to count Muncher Chomps, but that is another reliable thing. That happens pretty quickly. But, yeah, that actually could be a reliable thing. Find the constants. When you're looking for consistency, find the things in the level that don't rely on you. And I also mean that don't rely on when they spawn. Right? Because sometimes something will change how it acts based on how it spawned. Because it starts moving sooner or later, and thus winds up in a different position. Look for the actual, factual, unbreakable constants. The position of something, an object in the background that doesn't move. That will never move. The rock bouncing up and down always is going to take that same amount of time. The munchers chomping, same thing. Excuse me. The platform moving up and down, ball and chains moving around, Pobodos jumping out of lava, the fireballs that the Bowser statues shoot. Even if you have no other constant at all, the time it takes for you to do a full jump, whether a spin or a regular jump, the time it takes will never change. Right? You'll always have that. If you just press B and hold B until you touch the ground again, that's a consistent time. So you always have something. Basically what I'm saying is find a ruler. don't eyeball. Sometimes when you're playing Kaizo, the tendency is to just try to eyeball things. You got to think like a carpenter with your movement, and you got to like have a ruler to gauge yourself by. Don't just eyeball it and say, well, I'm going to jump and land on the platform. Aim for this. Aim for that. Pick something. Pick a constant. Pick a graphic that you're aiming for. And that'll help you play with more deliberation. You can. That's a good one, too. Counting a spin jump. If you're spin surfing, let's say Sovereign Castle. Everybody knows that. You're riding on the saw, and you're bouncing, but you're neutral. You're not holding the jump button. You're just click, 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 and you're bouncing on something. Those durations are always consistent, right? Click, 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 click on the spin. That's like a metronome. And so you can count the bounces. And so you always know, okay, I'm going to land on the saw, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold the button, and then you go up in the air, right? And now you have something to rely on. Now, instead of eyeballing it, you can, okay, land, 1, 2, 3, 4, go, right? And you can start to get yourself, it's like being a musician and playing with a metronome, and just having that discipline to stay in the beat. Click, 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 you gotta stay on point. And you really can have that kind of discipline with your movement. And it sounds like less fun, but that's music for you, right? You play slow and deliberately, then you play fast, which is just you playing slowly and deliberately, but fast. I know that sounds really silly, but think about it. It'll make sense. Audio cues are a big one, too. Have you ever noticed that Mario rises for the same amount of time that the jump sound effect takes? When you brrp and you go up in the air, that brrp is exactly the duration of the rise in the jump. Same thing for the spin jump. The brrr, the sound effect is playing as you are rising, and so you can match this, so you know where you are in your jump because you hear the sound cue. Treat Kaizo like a martial art, and you'll be strong. Practice one kick 1,000 times. Both these racers, I think, kind of dialing in this consistency right now. Pardon me. You know, and really, like we were talking about before, the physical space, the physics themselves. Sir Wetbeard, let's go. The physics themselves of Super Mario World are just very, very nuanced and expressive. Maybe not as much as a modern game or whatever, but they're so nuanced that you, as a player, can be so nuanced. And that lends itself to just a lot of, like, meditative practice. You can get really good. Like I said, like, more good than you need to be. Your goal is to be overpowered. When it comes to fundamental skills in Kaizo, your goal is to be overpowered. Be better than the obstacles, right? You want to be stronger than that. SMW is the second best physics engine ever made. It's a very good physics engine. That, and you know, people always have asked me, like, you know, why Mario World? What is it about Super Mario World specifically that keeps you playing it? And my answer is the physics engine. You know, I'm not necessarily so connected to Mario himself, or the characters and environment. They're cute and fun and familiar, and I like them. But what keeps me playing this game, what keeps me coming back, it's the combination of the beautifully nuanced physics engine and the number of in-game elements that you can play with in that physics engine. It's actually remarkable. I don't know, Endless. I think someone, and this is just my opinion, I don't necessarily, I don't know for sure, but I don't know if such a player would be particularly strong at other things. A lot of those tech tutorial hacks give you the setup in an idealized way, and the goal of Kaizo design is to kind of creatively interpret those setups. So I think it would be sort of like you've spent a lot of time learning about, I don't know, welding. You really know your theory and your stuff on paper, but you kind of have to develop that practical experience with it as well. That there's really just no substitute for having that practical experience. Can you practice shell jumps in vanilla? Oh my word, you absolutely can. And I'm taking a minute, actually. I'm looking away. Yeah, I'm looking away from the commentary for 1 second because I actually have, literally, I got the answer for you, my friend. If you want to practice shell jumps in vanilla, boop, there you go. I literally made a video about how you can do that in a good way that will help you learn and get your timing down. And you can literally do it right in vanilla. Yep, already got a tutorial. You can practice most of the Kaizo skills in vanilla. In fact, I mean, I don't want to brag necessarily, but look at me as a player. I played nothing but vanilla since it came out in 1992. Then when Kaizo came out around 2007 to 12-ish, I put my skills to use. But before that, I had basically played nothing but vanilla and some standard hacks. So you can learn everything you need to learn to be ready to take on any Kaizo. You still have to learn Kaizo, but you can be 100% set and ready to go just from playing vanilla. Treat it like a sandbox. That's the thing with vanilla. Don't play, if you want to learn Kaizo, don't play vanilla Mario World to beat the game. Just forget about it. Forget about beating the levels, forget about winning. Forget about doing anything. You can have infinite lives, and you can just play as long as you want. Make it into a sandbox. Just practice the tricks. You can go to some castles and try to surf on the saws. Just try to hang out and balance. You can find places to practice all kinds of bounce combos, mid-airs, shell jumps, spring jumps, P jumps, Yoshi tricks. There's a lot of stuff, right? And in a way, Kaizo is like what happens when you get bored. Oh my gosh, could this be it? First name, but oh, I hope. Ah! So close. So close. A little bit too late on the timing, I think. But Kaizo is like what happens when you play Mario World so much that you're bored. That's like the first step, is be so good at vanilla Mario World that the only thing left for you to do is just mess around with it and try to make stuff happen. That's the window, right? That's the ladder to the next level, is when you're just messing around. You know, just play Vanilla Mario World for no reason. Don't win. Don't try to win. You just will automatically. Don't try. Just try to do things you've seen in Kaizo games. Try to do tricky and precise things. Just never touch the ground. Pretend the floor is lava. You know, or only spin jump to get through a level. Try to beat a level facing the opposite direction as you're moving the entire time. These are great challenges, by the way. I encourage people to try these. Beat a level in Mario World only crouching. You can never ever not crouch. Beat a level as only Small Mario. Try for 96 exit deathless. It should be pretty easy for a really talented player. For a player who can take on some Kaizo, 96 exit deathless shouldn't be that bad. 96 exit small only. Yeah, try this Morton with the spin fly stairs. Go to the secret fortress in Forest of Illusion and practice on spinning on saws. Go to Donut Plains and fly around with the cape. And just fly around up there. Do turnarounds, do dive bombs, try to set up a Yoshi fly. Just try to make things happen instead of trying to win the game. Oh, I think that's it. First name Buck, come on, you got this. Yeah, let's go. That is a win, a well-fought victory. Good consistency. Look how fast they got back there. They broke through. They just like, Kachirol just like broke through the barrier there and came out on top. Well played. First name Butt. That was good. 96 small only might be impossible. That's a good measuring point. Not to say you have to beat 96 exit small only deathless in order to be oh yeah, that's right, 96. No, Matt, no, 90, yeah, 90, yeah, 90, yeah, you got me. You got me. You're right. No, CJ, you're right. You're right. You can't get 96 small cuz Star World won. You're right. All right. I see you've played Super Mario World Knifey Spoony version before. But, you know, treat the game like a playground and make meta challenges for yourself. Beat a level only spin jumping, beat a level only crouching, beat a level without touching the floor, fly over a level, try to do a sticky fly, just play. I honestly mean this. Just play the game and just do silly things. Be bored. That's the start. When you're bored playing regular Mario World, you get creative with your strats. And, you know, like say, like me, you know, how did you get your skill? Like me growing up as a kid, I just played a lot of Mario World. And I got bored with it because I beat the game so many times that I stopped playing to win the level. And I just started to do silly stuff, you know? Back in the day, I would try to jump on all the fish. If you go to Awesome, the level Awesome and Special Zone, just try to fish surf. Like, that's where fish surfing came from. That's how I invented it, because I just would do it for fun in Awesome. So try things like that. I promise you will get better. I don't offer many promises, but I can actually pretty much guarantee that if you spend your time studying vanilla, you'll be better at Kaizo. Hey, thanks for the raid there. First name, but well raced, well played. All right, we're gonna keep it here for a little bit because we got 20 minutes to hang with everybody in our schedule, and it looks like Sir Wetbeard is pretty close. Oh, that could have been it. I'm glad you had fun. That makes me happy to hear. That was a cool level with a fun ending. Thanks for racing with us. Once again, everybody, if you want to find out a little bit more about us and download some of these patches for yourself to play the level, head on over to romhackraces.com, our official website, We got it all. You can jump on our Discord too, hang out with the community off stream if you have questions or just want to learn, or maybe get some help for your next hack or whatever. Oh! Oh, that's really cool, B2. Yeah, it is broken. You were right. But yeah, accidentally duping blocks. You know, oddly enough, I can't recall ever having something like that happen as a kid. I would have noticed it. I can't recall ever. I don't think I even saw a block dupe until I was an adult. I can't recall ever, like, duping a block or doing a shell jump accidentally or anything like that. But I had a buddy. Well, I still do. They're still my friend, but they used to be my buddy too. And they claim when I first learned orb glitch, like a decade or more ago, and I did it, and I posted a little video on my Facebook. I'm like, whoa, check out this cool Mario glitch I got. My buddy was like really excited because he did that as a kid. I believe him, right? What reason would he have to lie? But he's like, wow, I got that to happen as a kid. I got the orb, and I was like, I had no idea why it happened or what made me do that. No, Sir Wetbeard! Ah, so close. But I could kind of see it, you know? I could sort of see it. Like, it might be. It honestly may be possible to accidentally get the orb glitch. I could see it, though. You're standing in the spot for it, and then you accidentally hold forward and jump off Yoshi in the right way. The orb glitch setup is pretty easy. It's precise, but that's what's hard about it. It's not a hard button. You know, a midair is. If someone's like, oh yeah, I accidentally did a midair as a kid, I would be like, did you really? But I could kind of see it. I can believe that. And plus, I don't think they would lie to me. They're just my buddy talking about a game. So I think it's kind of cool. That is something I think that's lovely about video games. And I don't know, maybe today's players don't get that as much with all your internet and Game Explain video trailer sequel information videos, but to just be sitting downstairs playing the game by yourself late at night, before school, after school, and then all of a sudden something weird happens. Something glitches. You go through a wall, or the graphics corrupt, or something. You know, that haunted Ocarina of Time, that famous creepypasta, that really hits on something that is really true about gaming, is how actually weird it was when you're a kid and you don't know what happened. Like, I'm playing and all of a sudden, the game just freezes and makes a noise. Like, I thought I broke it. I thought, holy cow, what did I do? Or maybe I found a secret or something, you know? But it's like, for some of us, I think that kind of magic is what led us down the path to be hackers or speedrunners. When I was a kid, sometimes things like that would happen in whatever game, and it was fascinating. You know, something weird would happen, and how did that happen? Can I do it again? How did that work? Was it a secret? Is that a secret trick in the game that they put in? I didn't even know that games could be broken as a kid, right? I didn't understand that there could be bugs in the code that would make the wall not solid sometimes. I didn't know that worked at all. I just thought I found a secret. I just assumed that whatever was in the game, anything that happened in the game, was put there by the creators of the game for me to find, because I'm a little kid and I'm a video gamester. So it led me down that path. I think for a lot of people, I think it led them down the path to finding Super Play and all this other stuff. Sir Wetbeard, though, definitely, yeah, now they understand they want to hesitate. I think what they were thinking before was that they were dying because they were too slow, which is actually a pretty safe assumption in Kaizo. You know, normally you have to go fast, so why shouldn't they have to go fast? But unfortunately, that's not the solution here. there's kind of a stigma with forced waiting obstacles. And I definitely agree that some of that is earned. But on the other hand, kind of like jazz music, it can be really interesting when you come up with a good way to make them wait. You know, it's forced waiting. It's all about the type of waiting room, you know? If you have to wait, if you're waiting for something exciting to happen, it's more exciting. If you're waiting in an exciting room, it's more exciting. You know, you don't want your waiting part to just be like a boring office with a white walls and a Reader's Digest, you know? But there can really be interesting things to do with hesitation. It's a different kind of rocket science. It's a rocket with a different type of design and fuel and goal in mind. That's kind of... Did you know, Rioin, you can also do something similar to that with the Atari? If you put... I think it's the difficulty switches or the reset. If you, like, put them in the middle position, you'll do what's called frying the cartridge. And it doesn't actually fry it, but do this at your own risk because it might. Like, I don't know for sure it won't. But occasionally you can get the game into glitched states doing that. Which is interesting because instead of gameplay manipulation, you're actually literally hardware manipulating the console and changing the electricity to make it do things, and that's weird. Oh, Reader's Digest? Yeah. Wait till I mention highlights for children. Oh, I do. I love that video. Yeah, that is a wonderful. Did you know? And ESO Freeze, I'm sure, knows as well. If you watch that video about hot swapping, because that is what created Kaizo. That Kaizo came from that. Hot swapping cartridges, in order to explore the glitched levels in Mario 1. That literally, I mean actually factually literally, is the primordial soup that Kaizo and Mario Romhacking crawled out of. That is literally where it began. And you know what else is cool? I'll tell you another little bit of Kaizo lore. The urban legend is that hot swapping itself was discovered by some kid in Japan who was playing a game and then lightning hit the transformer outside their house. It glitched the game and put them into the glitch world. They took a picture and sent it to some Japanese magazine. I have never seen proof of this. It'd be radical if we could find that magazine and find those pictures to prove that really... I don't even know if that really is true or not. It's an urban legend. But I like it. I like that urban legend. That lightning struck the transformer, it glitched out some kid's game, who managed to take a picture, write to the magazine about it. That got people interested. They figured out that you could hot swap by messing with the electricity, get into the glitched worlds in Mario 1, start trying to beat them, and through that reverse engineer the game, create Tonkachi, and start Mario hacking. It's kind of cool. Oh yeah, or the Game Genie. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, you could make weird stuff with the Game Genie. That is true. I never had a Game Genie growing up. I literally never did, and I didn't even know anyone that had one. Oh no, wait, I knew one kid. One kid had an NES one, the rich kid with the nice carpet. Yeah, he had a lot of Nintendo games and a Game Genie, and nice carpet at his place, man. But I never had one. I literally never had one growing up. I had to get the codes from the internet. We had to get dial-up internet and print out the codes or write them down. I had little notebooks filled with Mortal Kombat fatalities and stuff. I had none of those cheat devices. I didn't have a single one. That's how I got good. Back in the day, we didn't use any cheat codes. Don't let anyone tell you that, though. Back in the 90s and the 80s, we were pure gamers. We didn't use any codes. Yes, you did. We all used codes. We all used the infinite lives code as soon as we could find it. If there was a way to cheat or level select or something, we definitely did it. We for sure did it. Don't let them tell you that back in the 80s, we didn't use any. We just beat the game. We were so good. I beat Ninja Gaiden when I was 5 with no cheats and no codes, and then I beat Contra. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I don't believe you. Maybe some kids out there, you know, I'm doing a bit. Maybe you did. But nah, there was no era of gaming when everyone was just better and more pure, and we didn't cheat like you cheaters cheat now. It didn't happen. It actually never happened. Don't let them sell you on that story. I'm for real about this. I've never, and you know, I've done this bit several times, and I've literally never heard anyone come out and argue it. No one has ever come out and been like, hey, you're totally wrong. Me and my buddy beat Contra and Super C and Silver Surfer, and we never used any codes. You're lying. Like, no one has ever disputed this, ever. Which is funny to me. Not that I mean, you're right, you know, no one can ever beat Contra, but, you know, someone that's like, oh yeah, I used to be good at games when I was like 10, we beat Contra, no codes or anything, and blah, blah, blah. Like, did you really? Did you really? People often use that to sell a certain imagined purity from the past, you know? Well, gaming sucks now. We used to not cheat. We used to be pure, and now it got ruined by something. It's some BS. That's a stinky story with some BS, you know. Most people that offer that they got something to prove, you know what I mean? Well, things got ruined by you kids, or I don't know, they made some character be something in a game that I didn't like. And, you know, well, back in the day, we beat Contra, and that's when it was good. Nah, you cheated. We all cheated. I cheated too. I cheated too. Like, right? Or it took years of effort. You know, I did eventually beat some games as a kid, but man, it took a while. I got Mario World when I was 4. I didn't beat it for years. Donkey Kong Country took me like a year to beat. It was really tough. So I don't know, you know, just don't let them sell you on the fact that there used to be a pure no cheater gaming, and then things got ruined. It was just harder. We just didn't have the information and the access, right? We literally looked up codes on GameWinners.com on dial-up internet, and it took 20 minutes to load a file of text, and we were so happy that we could try some codes that didn't even work. Why do you get a fatal error when trying to register? I'm not sure, but we will definitely look into that. You can let us know on our Discord, and we can follow up about that. Might just be an error on our side or something. But thanks for the interest, and we'll definitely check that out. Right off the top of my head, I don't know. And to me, this whole discussion really throws into the question this notion of cheating in video games, you know? This whole thing, well, you used the invincibility code, so you cheated. It's not like when we were kids and we had to do it the hard way. We only did it the hard way when we were kids because we didn't have an option. Really, I mean, for real, it's like, you're 6. It's more fun to play on God mode. I want to play on God mode because that means I get to see what else is in the game, right? I was excited to see what the last level was. I didn't care that I didn't do it. Who did I have to prove anything to? Timmy at school? You know? Timmy lies out his teeth. I got nothing to show. You know, I got nothing to prove. So, you know, this whole notion of, well, you can't cheat. You can't use any codes. Gaming has to be pure. Rah, 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 rah. It has to be fun. Make it fun. Practice. Use save states. Use cheats. The only cheating is a false claim. You know what I mean? If you beat the game with save states and then you say, I never used save states, I did it legit, then you're cheating. Then you're, you know, to cheat is to lie. you know, if you save state practice and you say, this was really hard, but I did save state practice and then eventually I came and did it from the start, then you won. You didn't cheat. You know what I mean? I want to try to normalize this out for people because I think people will learn better and faster if we stop promoting the machismo that says, do it the hard way. Learn to climb the mountain with your bare hands. You know, it doesn't do a lot of good for anybody. I remember not knowing how to get out of the first screen of Echo the Dolphin ever, for any reason. Oh, you might not be able to register because the race is closed for this week. Try again next week, and we'll see. If you have trouble next week, Rogue Games, if you have trouble, just let us know on Discord before the race, and we'll make sure you can get in. There's a different kind of cheating involved with PvP. I'm talking specifically about one-player adventure type games, right? PvP gets into a whole other thing that I'm not a part of that scene. I don't know. I can't talk as eloquently about that. I'm talking about games like Contra, Mega Man, Battletoads, Mario, stuff like that. One-player games, or, you swap off with your friend. You're not cheating by beating Ninja Turtles when you're a kid with the invincibility code. Oh, no! No! Well, I'll tell you what, if you're concerned about the website or whatever, we're going to have a little staff meeting tonight, and we will look into these things. Right now, off the top of my head, I am just your humble narrator. I don't know everything that's up, but we'll check that out. But yeah, as far as PvP goes, that's a whole other can of worms. I'm talking about cheating as it relates to beating Battletoads using a code. Did you beat Contra with the Konami code? Oh, that's cheating. Is it though? Is it really? Geez, you gotta hesitate. You know what? I'm gonna give some cool points out here. They have gotten so many tries at the end, and they are determined, and I appreciate that spirit. We got about 5 to go. We schedule 2 hours for these broadcasts. We got about 5 to go. I wouldn't even mind a little bit of extra innings if we need to. Just like to support everybody and celebrate their achievements. Thank you very much, Kelgan, a technical magic user behind the scenes, really putting in some time for us. Thank you. Your work in particular really helps Romhack Races be what it is. Yeah, that orb grab, it's either really easy or really tough. Also tough to square off your position in that one tile area on the white platform. You have to land on that platform and then square off in a big hurry. And that can be easier said than done. Once again, thanks for making Romhack Races a little part of your Saturday. If you want to learn more, hit up romhackraces.com. Jump on our website, hang out, and go and follow some of the racers and check out more hacks on SMW Central. Play Full Bloom and Love Yourself from Chon if you like this level design. They are real fun. Chon also has a couple of other Romhack Race levels This is their 4th, I believe. They did weeks number let's see, weeks number 135, 153, and 179. Oh, and you can follow them on Twitch. Click that name in chat, and yeah, do that. Do that follow thing. Thanks very much for making for us tonight, Sean. It's a big responsibility, and it can be a bit of work, but I hope it's been fun. You've enjoyed seeing everybody play your level. Well, hey, if you're feeling comfy tonight, feeling relaxed, having a good time, put a comfy emote in chat, maybe a number 1. It lets us know we're doing okay. And I like to see that, you know, everybody's having fun. So thank you. Thanks for being a part of it. It's always a good time. Again, hit the follow, drop us a follow, come back and hang out. Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Right here, we got another race coming up next week. Three-way maker, gonna be pretty cool. Thanks for hanging. It's a good time. It's a good time. All right, everybody. We schedule 2 hours for these broadcasts on Saturday. We are at the 2-hour mark. We got Sir Wetbeard here. They are still working hard, and that is commendable. That's a good thing, man. That shows determination. So we're gonna do the traditional thing. Why don't you go over and watch them on their very own channel instead of hanging out here and listening to me talk about silly stuff. Thank you all for making Romhack Races a part of your Saturday. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Oh, my co-commentator Mallow the Cat is here to wrap up the show with us tonight. And he's going to get a big hug. Aw, good Mallow. Thank you for hanging out tonight. I'm going to give my cat a hug. Please go give your pets a hug if you can. If it's a fish or something, you know, maybe don't. But, you know, if you have them, give your pets a hug. Thank you for being a part of Romhack Races. We'll hope to see you again on Saturday next week at 8 for another level. You can always hang out with us on Discord while we're off stream, and there are so many friends in the Kaizo community. I don't even know where to start, so just go and follow them all. Thank you for hanging out tonight. You matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 Longboy Furret. And the people that matter to you in your lives would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter. LGBTQIA+ lives matter. Indigenous lives matter. Disabled lives matter. You too. Keep on hacking. And we will. Oh, okay. Well, we may. I'll leave it up to Doc here. Hey, GG, Sir Wetbeard, thank you for racing with us. There's no need to apologize. That's a good effort, and that's commendable. And I hope to see you again for another race. I will leave it up to Doc to determine where on Earth we're gonna go. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Oh, geez, thanks for hanging out. Y'all are fun. I hope you have a good time. The Romhack races is fun. You got good fun. Racers, you got a fun time. Yeah, let's go say hey. That is a good place to hang out. This is a newer Kaizo streamer, but I think you'll like their stream. I'd like to check out their stream too. They got some lovely frog graphics over here. So let's go say hey to What's Up Dot. They did a good job in the race tonight. Give them some GGs, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Or well, maybe I'll see you tomorrow on my stream if you want to come around. But I'll see you definitely on Saturday for another ROM hack race. Thank you, and good night.